Hey YouTube, Shockwave1709 back again with another review. In today's video, we will be taking a look at the Studio Series Voyager class Battle Damaged Megatron from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Now this figure was first released as a Target exclusive in 2019 and was re-released in the Amazon exclusive Revenge of the Fallen 3-pack along with Soundwave and The Fallen. So here we have Megatron in his robot mode, and he's one of my favorite Bayverse Megatron designs. Now, he is a redeco of the Studio Series 13 Megatron, but with the new head sculpt and better paint applications. So as you can see, he's got a more gunmetal dry brush effect, along with some copper applications, almost as if he's a premium finish. And looking at the head sculpt, it's very fantastic attention to detail. Like, you can see half of his face that was blown off by Optimus in the final battle in Revenge of the Fallen. And we have some of these singed areas of the sculpt, as well as his optic popping out of his socket. And on the opposite side, it's intact, though he does have, like, the singed paint applications around it, almost as if he's, like, worn or battle damaged, hence the name of the figure. So overall, the head sculpt is really incredible overall. And as we go around to the back, we see we have some more paint applications. The gunmetal silver with nice detailing. See it around the turrets in the back. And going over to the arm, it also has some nice dry brush effect. And he has like the copper paint apps on his fingers as well to mimic how rusty and worn he is. And also with this fusion cannon, notice how there's some gunmetal detailing right here, and also his Deathlock pincer is also copper paint apps as well to mimic the worn and rusted battle look. So overall, he has some really awesome paint apps and definitely a huge upgrade from Studio Series 13. Well, I mean, it's the same mold as Studio Series 13, but with better paint apps and a new head sculpt on it. So overall, yeah, it's a really awesome figure with some better paint apps. Now for the articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so it can go up or down, it can move left or right, and his arms can rotate full 360. His arm can hinge out to the side, and he has bicep rotation, and you can bend the elbow, and you can move the fingers. In the fusion cannon section, the thumb can hinge out like this, and you can also retract his Deathlock pincer so he can just have his fusion cannon out. The legs can kick forward and back, and you can also split his legs like so. And the thigh rotation is a full 360. Like that. And if you can move the back knee pad, the leg can bend forward and back, or you can extend it. So overall, in terms of articulation, he's got some pretty good articulation. Oh, and in addition, he has an ankle pivot as well. So yeah, overall, good articulation. So for some comparisons, here he is with Studio Series Transformers 1 Deluxe Class Megatron. And here he is with Studio Series Rise of the Beasts Optimus. And here we have him with Studio Series 07 Optimus. And lastly, Studio Series 86 Megatron. So now onto the transformation. What you want to do is you want to collapse in the fingers, and you want to rotate the arm in like this, and then you want to retract the claw, and you want to rotate like this, and then you want to undo this entire assembly, and then what you want to do is you want to that. Now, yeah, this is kind of a issue for mine, at least, or like the most recent copies. Like, these knee pads like to fall off for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's just some quality control issue. So then we'll do the same thing for the other. This should give you enough clearance for what's to come next. So, next you want to take the entire back assembly like this. And then you want to rotate the arms in. Now, there's a peg right here that's going to go into that slot in there. So, just make sure you have that aligned, and it'll go in. It'll go in flush with enough clearance. And you want to do the same thing for the other arm. Just rotate that, and see here, there is a slot. It's going to go through a peg right here. So, just do that, and it'll sit flush. Then you want to rotate the head up like this, and have the back assembly be settled in down like this. Okay. So what you want to do next is you want to take this part up and extend out the leg, and you want to shift this right here like so. Then you want to bring this down, and then this part is just going to go down like this. You want to take this, go down, and you want to bring that, so that's done. So now you do the same thing for the other side. Just do that, extend that, shift it like so, and do this down, do that down, and that's it for this one as well. And next you want to rotate the thigh like this, like so, and then you want to bring it up like, here we go. I'm going to bring it up like this, and the tab right here is going to connect to this slot right there. So make sure it's all aligned so that it can tab in like that. And you want to do the same thing for right here. Just bring it up, and you want to tab it in. So. And make sure these are covering up Megatron's face. And for the last step, you just gotta bring these out like so. That's the first one. And then the second one. I have to be careful with these because these tend to pop out, so yeah, it's already kind of popping out. There we go. So we're just going to bring this back in and bring up the face, making sure this is laps and everything, and bring these up. And that is how you get Megatron into his alt mode. So here we have Megatron in his alt mode, which is a Cybertronian tank, and the coloring is what really makes this stand out the most. He has a much more darker and much more worn kind of appeal compared to Studio Series 13, which is just a bland gray plastic, along with the dry brushing effect, which is really good. It's almost like it's worn metal with a little bit of rust here and there. And we have the dark gray unpainted plastic right here. The cannon right here has copper applications to make it look worn, and you can see his little peekaboo head right there. And we have the inner workings of the treads, really nice detail. The cannon can move down or up, and the side cannons can go up or down. And he has like small wheels on the bottom, so you can kind of roll or just slide. But overall, it is what it is. Now let's get Megatron to robot mode. So what you want to do first is you want to go under here and you want to bring these out, and these tabs are gonna connect to those slots, and yeah, they kind of fall. So what I like to do is I like to bring these up and have these connect, and they'll just tab in like that. And you want to do the same thing for the other, just bring it up. Be careful that it doesn't fall off, because I mean some copies tend to have this issue. Alright, so then you want to unhook here and bring it down, unhook here and also bring it down, and then what you want to do next is you want to take the legs like this, rotate them like this, and then what you want to do is you want to bring this out, this down, this up. You want to shift it like that, and this down. Then you bend it and you collapse it like so. And you do the same thing for the other side. Just this, so that it can like that. Up. That. Bend it, and it'll collapse like so. Next, you want to undo this entire back assembly, so. And enough clearance, you want to bring the arms out like this. Out like that. Make sure there's enough clearance in there. So then you want to fold in the back assembly. So you do it like that. Fold in, and you want to back turret so that the turrets can show. You want to bring it up like that, and you want to move these back for a second. So these tabs are going to go into the slots right here. Sorry that the camera's out of focus. So yeah, these tabs are going to go into these slots. So make sure that they connect. There we go. See, it's connected. Sorry that the camera's out of focus, but yeah, it's connected like that. And you want to do the same thing. Just bring this in, bring these out, and you can bring the head back down like this. And then you want to bring the legs up like that. The legs up like that. And you want to fold out the toes on the turrets to help them stand, because it is kind of hard to make Megatron stand sometimes. Just gotta find the right balance. And then you want to rotate the arm and bring out his fingers, and you want to rotate his fusion cannon, and you can either leave him at that or have his Deathlock pincer out again. And there you have it. We have Megatron back in his robot mode. So that's going to wrap it up for the review of Transformers Studio Series 31 Battle Damage Megatron. Really excellent improvement of Studio Series 13 with the paint applications and the new head sculpt. And overall, it's a really awesome figure. Definitely worth adding to the collection. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. So thank you all for watching. If you're new here, I do reviews on some of the Transformers figures that I have in my collection, as well as post shorts of some toy hunts that I do for Transformers. So if you want to see more of those, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on a new upload. So yeah, that's going to pretty much be it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. till all are one.